Hey guys, welcome back. So we're still running anti-meta Gravekeepers, and this time this is me versus Alessandro. Alessandro is running anti-meta Gravekeepers, and I will be running Volcanics. That's right, I'm gonna bring back an old school, oldie but a goodie, Volcanics, and try to burn him before he can stop me. Volcanic! Destruction! Devastation! And I'm getting way too excited over a duel that I know I'm probably not going to win because my volcanic deck actually didn't belong to me. It belonged to a friend of mine. And I just recently got it from him. He was having some financial trouble, so I followed him some cash, and he was kind enough to give me his volcanic deck, which I absolutely love. So anti-meta is in orange sleeves. Volcanics are in slightly lighter orange sleeves. And anti-meta will be going first. And I'll be referring to them as anti-meta instead of Gravekeepers for this video, mainly because we've already talked about what all goes into a Gravekeeper deck, what all can help out a Gravekeeper deck. And he's going to go ahead and trash Commandant, fetching a Necro Valley, activate Necro Valley, and of course, me playing Volcanics. I'm not playing Heralds or anything like that, so I can't negate the effect automatically. Be awesome if I could, though. So we do plan to do a video at some point in time on the Lost Sanctuary deck and probably the Heralds as well. But that's not going to be for, I don't know. We don't really want to do a set schedule. And there it is, the Roll Tribute. He just made me get rid of everything in my hand except for yeah, he just made me get rid of everything. Every monster in my hand. I got rid of 4 monsters. And there was nothing I could do about it. That absolutely sucked. And again, I'm kind of stuck here. I can't really do anything about it. He bottomlessed my Solar Flare Dragon is gone. He bottomlessed it. He attacks again. And I don't think I'm dead yet. Like, I'm almost dead, but I'm not completely dead. And now he's going to blow up my other card, which of course was the freaking, oh god, the name of the card escapes me right now. Blaze Accelerator. That was it. So he got rid of my Blaze Accelerator, which was face down, mainly because bluff, but he probably already knew what that was, so there was no real reason for doing that. But yeah, I'm now top decking. He's completely fine, the jackass. Why, you jerk? But this is Roll Tribute is a bull card. It is one of the, it's a beautiful card. And of course, I'm not going to win. I attack directly. He dimensional prisons it. And there you go. That was a good demonstration of anti-meta. And I like the beatdown strategy. It can be quick. It pretty much is out there to stop your opponent from doing anything. Your opponent can't do stuff to you. Nothing. And there's Alessandro's weird shuffling pattern where he tries his best to mix up the cards despite the fact that he's about to shuffle the deck again. Which, I don't blame him. There's a few times where I've played Machina, or I played Naturia, or I've even played Gravekeeper, and I was searching through the deck for something, and all of a sudden I see all 3 of my fortresses together, all 3 of my Naturia Cherries are together, all 3 of my Visionaries are together. I'm like, why? Why? And I don't know if this is illegal in tournament play, but I try my best to separate them before I shuffle the deck back up. Not sure if that's allowed or not. No one's ever stopped me from doing that, so... And I don't see why it would be a big deal, especially since you're going to shuffle the deck anyway. So yeah, second duel, Volcanics and Gravekeepers. Oh boy, but again, when I got the Volcanic deck, it had a lot of really great burn power to it, but it didn't have anything as far as like true protection went. Like there was a few trap cards that could stop it, like that could stop that you'll see here soon. They can stop attacks, they can stop monsters, they can do that, but they couldn't really stop magic and trap card effects. Like there are no counter trap cards in that deck, and I haven't had the time to modify the deck to something that I feel comfortable with. So right now, uh, it has tremendous burn potential. It has tremendous burn power, but I think I'm going to try eventually to make it more or less of a uh, burn stun ability rather than just burn ability. Um, I have one with this deck though, without summoning any monsters. Like I just blast away with. I was just blasting away at their monsters, constantly destroying them. You sending counter to the graveyard, sending shell to the graveyard, sending volcanic scatter shot to the graveyard, blowing up his stuff, and of course, it was recruiter. It's not spy. And that's the kind of thing I was talking about in the other videos where since Recruiter came out, and I didn't really explain this well, since Recruiter came out, before then, okay, yeah, that's not a good explanation either. Before Recruiter came out, sorry, um, really the only monster that you had a choice of using was Spy or Guard as your face down material. Those were the only things that you could be certain of whenever a person played a face down card, like on the first turn, or had a good advantage, but decided to play a face down anyway. So who was it that it was going to be that they were going to place face down? It was going to be Spy or it was going to be Guard. Well, that's easy to get around. Blow it up. Don't attack it. Just Raigeki break it, or shoot it with your giant flaming gun. So since Recruiter came out, not only is Recruiter's effect uh, devastating, I believe that it is, yeah, his effect is mandatory as well, which is why he can be tributed to destroy. And I also didn't mention this. You can also use Recruiter's effect with magical dimension as well, tributing Recruiter to get out a monster, and then blowing up a monster, and then Recruiter's effect. So yeah, that's another thing you can do with Recruiter, is that you can use him for magical dimension. Fun, huh? So all of you out there who are probably wondering, no, actually, I'm going to go back to what I was talking about. So now that Recruiter came out, it's a little bit more dangerous to blow up something that they have face down, because if you blow up their monster and it happens to be Recruiter, then they get another monster into their hand. It doesn't really help you at all, and it actually more or less helps your opponent who's running the Gravekeeper deck. So, in comments below, while you're watching this or after you get done watching this, let us know. Do you run Gravekeepers? Have you faced off against Gravekeepers? Do you want to run Gravekeepers now? Or, what special twist would you add to your Gravekeepers? What would you do for the Gravekeeper deck? Tell us some stories about when you faced off against Gravekeepers. What were they using? Or, what did you use to counteract them? Stuff like that. If leave pretty much any comment below that you think would be helpful. Or if you want, just go ahead and talk about your deck in general as far as Gravekeepers go. We will have a lot more decks out there for that type of stuff. Freaking Torrential Tribute. At least I got another Blaze Accelerator into my hand. That was another thing. This deck only has one rocket in it. I have another rocket. I have 2 more rockets on the way. But, yeah. 1 rocket for a Volcanic deck, not a good idea. So now he's going to go out there, and he's choosing Spirit Reaper. Why? Oh, yeah, he can attack directly. And, of course, when Spirit Reaper attacks directly, he picks a random card in my hand, and it gets discarded. And I'm not exactly sure what he discarded. I remember it was a card that I really didn't need. It didn't bother me. I think it was the other Blaze Accelerator, actually. Activating Blaze Accelerator's effect, blowing up Spirit Reaper, which automatically gets blown up, and I play that card. I played Pot of Avarice, forgetting that Necro Valley was on the field, and I think there's like another time in this duel where I forgot the Necro Valley was on the field and I couldn't activate Necro Valley's effect, which really, really hurt because I really needed the help. Like, yeah. No. I remember that time. In my hand right now is a Pot of Avarice and Royal Firestorm Guard. Oh my god, that was just painful. I mean, Necro Valley can hurt a lot. And one of the things that Alessandro is going to be trying to run with his deck soon is a card called The End of Anubis. Now, The End of Anubis is actually a pretty good card. It's a fiend monster, a dark fiend monster. Level 6, 2500 attack, 0 defense. And what he does is, unlike Necro Valley, any card effect that would activate in the graveyard or in the hand, for that matter, is negated. Because Necro Valley can't can't stop Fortress from getting out. Necro Valley can't stop Treeborn Frog from coming out. But the End of Anubis can. So having Necro Valley and the End of Anubis on your side of the field at the same time is like ultimate graveyard lockdown. So he's going to try that. We'll let you know how that works out eventually, probably on our blog. Speaking of which, if you want to check out other videos, subscribe to us. And if you want to check out our blog, check out the link below. Look below in the information section that's like down there. Below you. Below the video. Not below you. That'd be weird. There's a link below you. Hiya! Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, so he ended up getting out Gale the Whirlwind, as you saw. He had Slicer's attack, by the way. Attack and defense. And then he brought out Armor Master. Yeah, God, that hurt. And now he adds Commandant to his hand, and he just blew up my other face down card. Now he's going to attack with those two, Descendant and Armor Master, and that's game. That's it. That's the end of Volcanics. Yeah, and as you can see, there's my Royal Firestorm Guard and my Pot of Avarice that I tried to play and couldn't.